September is Head Lice Prevention Month, and with kids now back in class, it's a great time to remind families how to deal with this pesky situation if it comes their way.
ABC 15's Amanda Kenseth is live this morning at the Coastal Lice Center in Myrtle Beach with more. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Okay. So seriously, I mean, when you think about lice, it makes your head, my head was itching on the entire drive here. It just makes your head itch. Although you're saying if you have lice, your head might not even itch.
Only 50% of people itch, believe it or not, with lice.
So you always think of that as a telltale sign, but it's really not there.
You know, it's really good if you do itch, because then that is more likely to let you know you have lice. If you don't itch, then you might not know as soon.
Are there any other, indications?
Well, not really, except for the itching, but that's why it's good for parents to go through their children's hair once a week with a good lice comb and to comb through it to catch anything that might be in there and get taken care of early.
Okay, and right now we're looking through cameraman Keith's hair.
Looking good so far.
So, teach me how to look for it.
Well, the main thing, like I said, is to get the good lice comb, which is behind you. And to comb through it, it's very close together. So you would comb through the hair after getting the tangles out.
Okay.
And as you swipe through the hair, you would look on the comb. And if there were bugs, you would see them because it would catch them. That's the easiest way. And, for parents, that's the first step, is to comb through with a good lice comb. And then if you don't see anything there, then you pull the hair up and just kind of go through like little bits at a time and looking for the nits. The nits are, contrary to what most people believe, they are not white. If you see white things in your hair, it's probably dandruff or dry scalp. But the nits are actually, depending on the color of the hair, is how it presents itself. But they're usually kind of translucent looking, and then when you pull it off on your finger, it's dark and it's not light like most people think. So a lot of people will get confused and think that the dandruff is the nits.
All right, well, we're going to continue going through Keith's hair and see if we find anything. Guys?
He's such a guinea pig. You're itching, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit. With young students now back in school, head lice cases are on the rise, and this morning we have some tips for parents on how to keep your kids protected.
ABC 15's Amanda Kenseth is live at the Coastal Lice Center in Myrtle Beach, and cameraman Keith has been the guinea pig all morning, right?
That's right. We've been checking cameraman Keith's hair, and now I suppose I'll sit down and you can take a look through mine. But when kids come here, I bet they get excited. Look at all this. You've got all of these movies here to pick from, and I'm having a tough choice. I've been looking at these for a while, and I can't figure out which one to pick. But you do this so they can just sit and watch a movie.
Yes, we want to make it as comfortable for children as possible. So we let them sit here and watch a movie while we go through their hair. So we have a lot to choose from, as you said, and just want to do what we can to make it comfortable for everyone.
And you were saying parents should really check through their child's hair about once a week.
Yes, it's hard to know, especially if you don't itch. Not everybody itches with lice, so if you don't itch, it's hard to know if you have it. So the best way is with the good lice comb. It has to be a good one. Is this Nit Terminator comb is the best that there is, and you just comb through, and then if you had a bug, you'd see it if it was on the comb. Or another thing, you can wipe it on a paper towel, and if it has little dark spots, then those would be the nits, because nits appear dark on a paper towel.
And then that's a lot of times when people bring their child to you to get it out, because it can be an excruciating process.
Yes, I have children of my own that I went through this process with before I learned the way that you should do it. And it is very time consuming and frustrating. And as children are usually better for others than they are their own parents. They do a pretty good job here.
I can imagine, Mom, get out of my hair!
Are you done yet?
Right.
So.
Now, is it pretty easy to miss something if you are going through? So
it is. It is. We have a method that we use called the Shepherd method, where it's basically strand by strand, paper thin layers, so it helps us to find everything. But we are human, and that's why you need to come back for rechecks. When you come here, you get the treatment, and then in a few days you'll come back for a recheck. Make sure that we got everything and that you haven't been reinfested by being around the person that gave it to you in the first place.
Right.
So rechecks are very important.
Sure. Well, coming up next, we'll let you know what you need to do around your house if somebody does have lice.
All right, good to know. We appreciate it, Amanda. Thank you. We'll be checking in with her in our 6 o'clock hour. September is Head Lice Prevention Month. With kids now back in class, it's a great time to remind families how to deal with this pesky situation if it comes their way.
ABC 15's Amanda Kenseth is live this morning at the Coastal Lice Center in Myrtle Beach. Good morning.
Good morning, that's right. Yeah, you know, your kids are back in school. Cameraman Keith is getting his head checked right now, but when kids are in school, there's close contact. If one person in the class gets it, they touch their head or something to another child. Next thing you know, they have lice.
True.
We've been talking about how to look for lice, but now talk about what to do if your child has lice and what precautions do you need to take around the house.
Well, if your child has lice, you need to call us. Let us tend to it. Now, we don't come to your home and do it, but in your house, you don't have to do near the things you think, because lice only live for 24 hours off of your head. So if you just think about what your child has been doing for the 24 hours before they were treated, obviously you change your sheets, vacuum, you can throw a sheet over your sofa, because anything under that would die within 24 hours. You can put your brushes and combs in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer overnight, that kind of thing. But really you need to think about how to prevent it so you don't get lice. And the best way to do that is to wear your hair pulled up and to put mint spray on it, because lice do not like the smell of mint. So spritz that in your hair.
Well, we'll just help cameraman Keith out here a little bit.
And then, as you mentioned earlier, comb through your hair once a week with a good lice comb, so you will know if you have anything or not.
Keith is good. He's good. He's been checked this morning.
With young students back in school now, head lice cases are on the rise, and this morning we have some tips for parents on how to keep your kids protected.
ABC 15's Amanda Kinseth has been live at the Coastal Lice Center in Myrtle Beach all morning, learning all about this. Good morning.
Good morning, that's right. Yeah, now I've got the headlamp on and I'm ready. I'm going to find something in here. And you were saying basically you just take this nit-free comb and take it all the way through the hair. And you should do this about once a week with your child. And then
get the tangles out first.
And then this is the kind of stuff that, this is why you opened this place, because doing this with your children can get a little hairy, right?
Yes, it can.
And we've got cameraman Keith. He's all set up. He's watching a movie that he loves, so that'll keep him occupied.
Exactly.
How long does it take to do this?
It depends. It depends on how thick the hair is and how much lice are in there. The normal time, Keith, I would probably say with his hair, would be probably an hour and a half. That's the normal time for a girl. Short hair guys, usually under an hour.
Okay. And remind me again what I'm looking for, because you know, I have checked my kids' hair, and I just kind of like look around, and I don't know what I'm looking for. I hope you don't have lice, is basically what I do.
The best thing, like I said, is to check the comb. But if you don't see anything in the comb, you can look through the strands of hair, and if it's anything light white, it's probably not lice or nits. If it comes off really easily, it's not lice related. Okay. The nits stick to your hair shaft so much that you have to pull it all the way down the strand of hair, and then you would see it on your fingernail. And you also check people too, so people can bring, you can bring your child in to get them checked. We're doing free head checks for the month of September, so all you have to do is give us a call. Free head checks right here. Yes. And Keith, I think you're good. Guys.
Keith is good, Amanda's good. It is Head Lice Prevention Month, so make sure to take steps and keep everyone safe.
I think he enjoyed getting his hair played with.